And we are live.
Just like that.
Live. Let me make sure we're broadcasting.
I'm gonna check. Is this on the Talkin Creatives?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hold on. Okay, I see it. We got one viewer in the house. Okay, now.
All right. All right.
And by the way, if you're checking this out, by the way, you are the first. You're VIP, baby. You are in the house. So please, Don and I are going to be just doing some housekeeping. And you know what? You can help us with some housekeeping if you like and share this. We got two people. Welcome. You can share this with your people on Facebook. So do us a favor.
Yeah.
Do that.
Do us a favor. Make sure you share this with your tribe and your people that you know will benefit from this. We want to get this out to as many people as we can. We are live and in effect. Share to a page.
I got to be real selective because Don, I have about a bazillion groups.
Yeah, and it'll take a bazillion years.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to make sure it goes to the cool people. Hold on one second, man. And once again, if you are joining us,
throw something in the comments. If you're joining us, let us know who's here and what's going on with you. We want to know.
What's going on? Talk to us about your Thursday. Dude, I was like the days. You know how they all like mesh? And I didn't even know what day it was. It's like that though.
One thing I hate about going live is your computer seems to lag. Really trying to do stuff. We are live. We are live, people. Two guests. Thank you for showing up and joining us.
I'm going to share it with the Pod Houston people. So come and say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let me see. Let me make sure I get it on the Ozeal page. And you know what you can do, guys, is share it to let us know how the sound is. And also, we would like to know, what do you think about our cool little backdrop, courtesy of Don Terrell, who is a graphic talent here.
Go ahead and give you a little.
Let us know what you think about that.
So I can throw your. My name is Don Terrell. Just that's the wrong one. My name is Don Terrell with DG Graphics. I do 2D, 3D motion graphics and animation with my boy and partner here, Ozeal.
Hold on, Donnie. Let me make sure I got on my page. 1 second, my dude. Okay. We're going to rock it. So check this out, guys. You are in the house. We're going to go live. We've been going live, but now we're going to go really live with the show. So in 3, 2, 1, welcome everybody to Talking Creative, where we help creatives redefine their passion with business tips, strategies, insights, and a couple of sprinkles of some inspiration as well. Of course, I am one half of the show. My name is Ozeal. I am a brand marketing strategist and founder of Ozeal Media, a podcast production agency that helps business owners and brands humanize their message with podcasting. We are joined by my other half. You heard him. Right now, co-host, but I'm going to go ahead and formally bless us with an introduction.
Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. My name is Don Terrell, and I am with DG Graphics, a 2D, 3D motion graphics, animation, and design studio. And we help businesses by creating engaging content to help them tell their brand story and level up their brand. So if you need graphics, animation, or digital design, I am the one to call. I'm so glad that we have people live. Looks like we have five live people right now. That is awesome.
All right.
That
All right.
is
High five.
awesome.
High five. Virtual five to all the five.
And let us know what
Welcome
you think.
everybody. So Don, you got froze up. One
Did I?
second. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. It's gonna happen, guys. Roll with us. It's gonna
Yeah.
happen. So do us a favor before we continue. Please let us know who's dropping in this conversation. You're obviously part of the conversation. So if you have any questions throughout this session, please drop them in the comments. I know Don is going to monitor through the StreamYard, which we're using, and I'm going to look on the Facebook to see if anybody is dropping comments. If I could catch them. If not, Don will catch them as well. You want to add anything to that, Don, before we get started?
No, like I said, welcome to everybody. Please make sure you comment and engage, especially share this with your tribe. Get it out. We want everyone to see as much as this as we can, but we definitely want this to be an engaging kind of talk, roundtable kind of talk. Just how me and Ozil do things when we're sitting just jamming. So I am so happy to see everybody showing up. We got Helen in the house, Darren in the house.
What's up, Darren? Pod Houston in the house. Yes. What up?
All right.
Helen from Vid Houston. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully you found the link, Helen. It's in the Vid Houston, or better yet, head over to Talking Creative in the search. Oh, there you go. Finally found the link. Awesome. So you're in the house, obviously. So welcome. So before we get started, guys, I want to, or dive in rather, I want to talk about, because Don and I don't think we've talked about this before, but I get asked sometimes, what is a creative entrepreneur? So to kind of put some definition on the term creative entrepreneur, creative entrepreneur, we look at as musicians, the artists, content creators. I think ultimately we're all creative people, I believe, even if you're in business. So this is for those people that are the artistic kind, that are creatives, that are very business minded and have that blend business into their creative passion. So that's kind of a definition. Somebody asked me the other day, Don, was like, hey man, what is a creative entrepreneur? Because all these terms are emerging. And I was like, what's somebody who takes kind of their creativity, their passion, normally musician, artists, dancers. We have a large category of people in our mix of the creative entrepreneurship world. But I don't know, man, what's your definition of a creative entrepreneur? I don't think you and I discussed that.
Yeah, man. My take is just anybody that has a passion, and it could be, like I said, from photography to writing to blogging, just getting your creative thoughts out into the world. It could be something so obscure as quilt making. That's a creative entrepreneur. I mean, whatever it is that your passion is that you're getting out. Yeah, I got a Starbucks, dude. It's filled with water. That you're getting out, I feel falls under creative. Like I said, is my definition is if you have a creative idea, getting it out is a creative entrepreneur. It's just a creative in general. Woodworking. It's just so many. It's such a broad definition. I think it really is.
But I think creativity is in any piece of business or artwork. I mean, obviously, right? I think I believe that everybody's an artist. I truly believe that, and I believe that people who take a creative approach to business, I think, are the ones that have that winning advantage when it comes to kind of being above the edge, right? And just kind of creating something different for the crowd. I know, Don, we just posted this on the Houston Freelance Creatives. So shout out to the Houston Freelance Creatives. There definitely are people. Pod Houston, Vid Houston, a Tribe Card. Yes, these are all creative people. So again, we encourage you throughout this live to share it with your people. And let's make it a party, y'all. So let's dive in. Don, are you ready to get into this conversation of 5 things creative entrepreneurs need to be doing right now?
Oh, definitely. We got some great tips for you, ready to rock and roll for sure.
Let's go.
And definitely know you're going to get some great value out of this for sure.
Mm-hmm. And Don has a new mic.
Yes, I do.
Doing
man.
it right.
I feel so professional.
Ready to ignite. It's time to sight. All right, cool. All right, man. Sorry about that. Got me
As you can
blown here.
tell, Oziel is a former DJ, rapper,
MC. Yeah, yes.
Got it down. He's got it down.
At least I thought it was. Thank you, man. That was freestyle. You know, that was
man.
off the top of the dome, man. I don't need to rap with a microphone. I'm just kidding. Anyways, all right, let me stop, man. Let's give the people the goods, Don. All right, let's talk about this, man.
The first one is up.
I'll let you take it away, my man. Content creation. Number one.
Creation. I think every business and every creative professional, right, especially right now that we have the time, should be creating as much content as they can. And it spans a lot of different things. Blogging is one of them. I know a lot of people like to blog. Writing down blogs and video blogging is a big one. But right now is especially the best time because we have the time and we have a captive audience, should be creating content. Oziel, what do you think some of the things that fall under this category of content creation?
Yeah, man. So right now, if you are a creative entrepreneur, specifically, it is a time to double down on content creation, podcasting. All right. Starting a podcast, YouTubing, starting a blog, vlogging, creating free content. Because one of the things, Don, you and I talked about this last time, is a lot of companies pull back and press pause because they don't want to, they're bootstrapped. We totally get that, right? But they think that let's go ahead and just bypass and press pause on the content creation, the creative side of business, so we can save money. And again, we get that. However, I believe it's the opposite. I believe that businesses, entrepreneurs, business owners in general, from all walks, need to double down on content creation. Why? Because people are consuming content right now. As a matter of fact, John, I want to drop this on our people who are watching right now, and of course, on the replay. Let me give you a stat that I read, my man. It was 66%. And by the way, I'm going to post this link in the show notes. What's up, Misty? Is in the Yahoo Finance. It says 66% of social media users believe their social media usage habit will increase in the event that they are confined to their home due to the coronavirus. Okay, ladies and gents. So people are home. People are listening to podcasts. People are watching YouTube content. People are reading because they are on lockdown. So I don't understand the logic why business owners are saying, let's go ahead and just put pause on the content creation because we're trying to save money. Instead, they should be on the offense and create content that can make them different, that can bring value, can bring entertainment, can inform, and can really become a leader, a voice of leadership in their industry. So if you are a content creator, if you're creative, get at it, start creating content. And that's the reason why we label that as number 2. Don, you want to add anything else to that?
Interestingly enough, I found kind of the opposite. I think it's a lot of more the professionals, because I don't know how many webinars that I've watched this week. People giving webinars and giving out free content. A lot of the people that I follow and that I read and kind of follow their content have been pumping out tons of webinars this week. Whether it's actually, I just watched one the other day. Donald Miller had on a guest, and they were talking about creative writing and how to be a better creative writer. So I found a lot of true professionals. Maybe the smaller businesses have kind of pulled back, and a lot of the local businesses have maybe pulled back. But I found a lot of the higher up and really true entrepreneurs are really stepping up, pumping out a lot of content. But definitely, I agree with you. Now is the time to be doing that for sure.
So let us know if you're watching this, if you agree or disagree, if you have a different take. Let us know, even because I know we have a lot of content creators. My boy Eric Lewis from Dallas, Pod Houston. Yeah, man, representing. So let us know how you are treating your content. Are you creating more content and publishing now that we're on lockdown more than ever? I know I am. I started a brand new podcast. Don and I decided to do Talking Creative. So let us know in the comment how your mind has shifted towards a content creation platform and just kind of a beast mode rather than just trying to confine yourself and just consume rather than create. So let us know what's on your platter.
Yeah,
be interested. Yes. So let's talk about perfect segue. Number 2, the second thing every creative entrepreneur needs to be doing, man. Let's talk about that, Don. Improve your skill set. What does that look like?
Improving your skill set is exactly what it says. I mean, the tools that you use, you should definitely be diving in more, learning more about it, learning more about the tools that you're using, educating yourself. I know I am. A lot of the tools that I use, of course, are Creative Suite, whether it's Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects, Premiere. I'm definitely diving into a lot more training to get myself better, especially in this downtime. So you need to really use this time to educate and promote your knowledge, level up your knowledge. So by the time this is over, you're ready to rock and roll. How about you?
I agree with you. Yeah, no, I 100%, man. I think when it comes to what we can do right now, I think right now is a great time to sharpen your iron, to really focus on what are the skill sets that I need to be focused on, right? And I believe, Don, because some people say, well, let me go ahead and just double down on my weaknesses. Let me go ahead. Somebody asked me, should I go ahead and create or invest in a skill set that I don't know? Sure, I think it's a great time to scratch your own itch, to get creative, to try something different. I know yesterday, I was banging my head trying to learn how to do video editing, which I've never done before, Don. You know that. I'm a podcast guy, but I was trying to do it. And I was struggling with it. I was really, really struggling with it just because it was something new to me. But it's a challenge. Am I going to invest a lot of time into it? Maybe just a little bit, but not a lot of time, because I believe, Don, and this is where I come in, is my take on this is I think we should double down on our strengths. Like, what are we good at? And let's amplify that 10x. So for example, what I wrote down here is 2 things that I want to focus on is leadership and communications. So I'm consuming a lot of content and reading books, Don, that are going to excel, that are going to help me take my leadership abilities, my leadership skills to the next level. How can I become a better server? How can I serve my Pod Houston community, my Vid Houston community, and my clients? So that's what I'm doubling down. That's what I'm improving in. Leadership and communication. How can I be better at articulating my message to the world? How can I become a better podcaster, a mediapreneur? How can you and I get better at doing Facebook Lives, which is something new to us, right? Yeah. So I think that's something that I want everybody who's watching to take, is that a lot of people think that you need to improve, specifically your skill sets, or improving your skill sets on your weaknesses. I actually believe the contrary. I believe double down on your strengths, figure out the 1-2 combination that you're good at, that you're naturally good at, double down on that, because as entrepreneurs, those weaknesses, we outsource that, right? Eventually we allow other people, other creatives that are talented in that area to take care of that. So that's kind of my take on improving your skill set. Yes, but focus on your strengths.
Yeah.
All right. Any comments, by the way, Don? I saw you went through a few quickly. I wasn't able to read it. So
let me throw up Darren's comment.
Yeah, throw up a couple.
Darren, I'm a recruiter and we stopped hiring during the lockdown. So I pitched the podcast to market our business. So we are ready to hire when the market opens up. They bought off and I am on my 3rd episode. We are marketing the brand. That's a great way to leverage that this time, Darren, for sure.
Yeah, Darren is a podcaster. I was actually honored to be on his show. But Did You Die is the name of the podcast. show. And then he has, I think, Coffee to the Rescue, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Darren? And I believe that's his business, which would be a great title for a podcast, man. Coffee to the Rescue. I dig that. What do you think about that, Don? I think it's a good name. Coffee to the Rescue.
Let's see. Let me throw up.
What else, man? What we got, man?
Focus on that one thing and attack it with full force and prove your strengths.
Amen, bro. Yep. I mean, that's it. And Eric, another podcaster, for sure. Focus on one thing and attack it. Be relentless. I think that's the way to go. Anybody else who dropped in?
Let's see.
Before we go to number 3.
Combo webinars. Misty, combo webinars and creating a new community. Yep. And I'd be interested to know, Misty, how are you promoting outside of the webinars your growth for the community? Are you just using webinars? Do you have, a funnel behind the webinars to market to them beforehand or afterwards? So throw that up in the comments there, Misty. I'd be interested to know.
I got one, Don, real quick before we get to Brian's comment. We got Reggie here. Reggie was from the Pod Houston. What? Pod Houston right here. How to wear the shirt to represent. All right. So Reggie, he's saying that he's reading books. Viewing and listening to content is a great way to improve your skill set. And this is the perfect time to do so. Well said, Reggie.
Yep. All right. Any
and
more?
Brian
Little, authenticity, and consistency.
That's what he's focusing on. Awesome, Brian. My favorite blockhead in the house. So thank you, man, for dropping that on us. Anybody else want to chime in on our last 2?
Yeah, before we go to number 3.
So content creation, improving your skill set. Number 3, Don.
Improve your business infrastructure. What
does that mean, man?
It's a lot. It's improving the back end of your business. I mean, you can get all the work you want, but if you don't have a process and a funnel to handle it, it's not gonna work. If you don't have sales process, lead generation process, funnels, and lead magnets set up, the whole thing's not going to work. So it's all about the back end of your business and getting prepared for the influx to handle that influx of work.
Yes.
What do you think?
So, yeah, one of the things that you and I were talking about a couple of days ago that I was working on is that I think if that's what I've been focused on lately. Some of you may or may not know I run a podcast production agency, Ozio Media, and I've been focusing on just the back end, as you mentioned, the infrastructure, the system and processes. I realized that I've been stuck on the first phase, which is the delivery process, right? And I think most creative entrepreneurs get stuck, especially freelancers. We get stuck in the first phase, which is we're just trying to sell and we're trying to, deliver our product or service. And we never transition into phase number 2. And again, it's onboarding and really kind of taking our client to that client journey, which is the next of how we can facilitate that. Right. And I think that's something that we need to do. I know there's people here that are watching this that are amazing at that. And I think as a creative entrepreneur, that's what I've been focusing on, Don, is just focusing on the infrastructure, getting back to email marketing, very, very important, and just worrying and just kind of making some tweaks within the business to make customer experience so much smoother moving forward. So I've been investing heavy on that, man. Anybody else focus on the back end, whether you're a content creator or business owner? Are you doing any tweaking that you need to do, whether it's the messaging?
Misty threw a comment, cross promoting, which is a big thing.
Okay, awesome.
Hey, that's a great one. Saeed is in the house. Appreciate you showing up, brother.
Mega Minds, what's up, Saeed? Good seeing you, man. Thanks for joining us. Well, cool. And again, guys, just please drop it. So just to do a real quick recap. Number 1, 5 things creative entrepreneurs need to be doing. Number 1, content creation. Number two, improving your skill set. And then number three, improving your business infrastructure. And of course, you guys can catch on the replay, but just want to go ahead and just do a little recap for those that are joining us before we get to number four. Don, take it away.
Personal client contact. Like I briefly alluded to this the first episode, especially during this downtime. I think we should be taking the opportunity to connect with the clients that we've done work with, and not. And when I say personal client contact, I mean reaching out personally and not trying to sell, but to genuinely see how they're doing during this time, which will set you above most of their other clients that are probably not calling or maybe shooting an email or sending a text. But personally, genuinely calling them and say, hey, how are you doing? How's your family doing? Are you safe? Is there anything that I could do for you? And offering that to people, your clients, will definitely put you in a good light. Ozil, have you been or thought about reaching out to past clients? And
I have actually. That's one of the things that I did early on, especially even after when they hit me with the pressing the pause on a lot of projects. I just came back with if there's anything that you guys need, please feel free to reach out. And then about a week after that, I just checked in just to say hello. So I think making sure that we, as you said, take care of our current clients, reaching out to them, making sure that we're looking after them. At the end of the day, our clients should be our friends, right? I mean, I think that we need to take good care of them. I think if we don't take good care of them in those relationships on a personal level, it just becomes transactional. And I believe that relationships, especially with a client, should go deeper than that. And I know sometimes not all client relationships are like that. Some of those clients we want to get rid of. You know what I'm talking about, Don? We want to fire those clients.
Yeah.
But and then we have a lot of clients who have mad love for all my coaching clients, all the students that I've coached for the podcasting. And of course, a lot of people that I have currently on the roster right now. So I think right now is the time to be human. I think as business owners, as creative entrepreneurs, we got to be human. We got to be real with what's at stake, what's happening with the marketplace. And we'll talk about that in a bit. But in just really expressing, showing empathy, more importantly, compassion and understanding of the situation. And then I think that's going to, once this blows over, those relationships, the fact that you took time to care for somebody, it's going to go a long way. And you're definitely going to go top of mind because you cared more about them as a human than just simply a business transaction.
Well, I mean, it's like you said, I mean, all that aside, that's what we are. We're humans and we connect on a human level. And yeah, I think that endears you to the person. It's funny. I got not that he's a client or I'm a client of his, but I got in snail mail, believe it or not, he sent me a note. That's another thing you should really think about. A lot of people they think that's dead, but that's a really powerful way of connecting with clients that most people have kind of walked away from. They're so used to shooting emails. It's a lot different when you get a personal handwritten note mailed to you. And a friend of mine sent me a note in the mail, seeing how I was doing and just letting me know he was thinking about me. So it carries a lot of weight. It really does carry a lot of weight, and you'll be surprised.
He went old school with it, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people
snail mail,
they don't use that anymore, and that's just as effective, if not more, than email, and definitely much more than text or direct message. It shows something personal that you took the time to sit down and write a note.
One of the things, Don, to add on to that, one of the things I was listening to a podcast, and it talked about the guy had worked with Bill Clinton, former president of the United States, Bill Clinton, and he said how he was he was known as one of the most charismatic presidents of all time. And, one of the things that he did on the back end that nobody knew is that he actually used to write handwritten letters to people. And the guy says that was probably one of the most memorable things that he learned from Bill Clinton, that here's a man of, you know, high stature, but busy, right? He's being pulled left and right, but he remembered names, and he would also write personal letters to people randomly. So that's one thing that Bill Clinton definitely had. So I guess it relates to what we're talking about as far as keeping it personal and making sure that we invest time in cultivating those relationships on a personal level, and that's even during pandemic times, right?
Yeah, during, after, it translates
right.
well to business, because we don't do business with business, we do business with people. People in the business.
That's it, man. Let's leave that at that. Let's go. Let's go to number 5. Keeping it alive. Okay. I don't know, man. You got me rapping this session, man. I don't know what's happening, man. It might be this coffee, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's the caffeine in the. Is that Starbucks?
No, it's not. It's homemade.
Oh, it's a homemade one.
It's homemade. It's a Korean coffee. Which, by the way, have you guys ever had this? It's like a new trend. It's a Korean style coffee. Has sugar, which is probably not a good thing for me to drink right now. And it's sugary and foamy, and it's really good. So
I
don't know if you guys ever had that. Yeah. Well, yeah, man, you're Mr. Starbucks over there, man.
So. I'm telling you. Let's go on to number 5. Partnerships and collaborations. What's your thoughts, Ozil?
Yeah, man. So partnerships and collaborations. Real talk, Talkin Creative. That's all I got to say. Talkin Creative. This right here, ladies and gents, was a product of 2 friends that decided to check in on each other. Right. And mind you, John and I have known each other for quite some time. And we also have a mastermind group that we subscribe to, that we meet up in person here in Houston. And he and I was like, yo, let's just touch base, man. And we touched base, and we were talking about some of the things, that the challenges. And I remember that conversation, Don, because remember at that time we were both like kind of stressed out. We're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I lost clients. You know, I'm not making any money right now. It was really, really rough. And you and I were like, let's go ahead and do this. Let's start this Talking Creative and just have conversations. And I feel like we're kind of like, it encompasses everything that we're talking about, all the things creative entrepreneurs need to be doing, right? Improving your business infrastructure, not so much, but personal contact. Well, we're not clients, but we decided to get personal, content creation, improving a new skill set. These are all things that you and I was like, you know, let's do this together. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, is that if there's somebody that you're a partner with or friends with, or somebody that you wanted to do like a co-host show with, or whatever it is, right? Some people have started projects, brand new business ventures, Don.
Yeah.
And reached out, and now I'm seeing emergence. So right now, guys, is the perfect time to reach out and collaborate, partner up with potential clients, partner up with the low-hanging fruit, the people that are within our inner circle, like Don and I, and just create and get in the mix. I think it's just a great opportunity, man. Partnerships and collaborations. You know, I'm all about that, man. So I think we should definitely invest in that more than ever. Don, what about you?
100% agree. Like I said, now is a great time to partner up with people that you've been wanting to work with, partner up with them to put out the ideas that you've had. Like I said, this is a collaboration between me and Ozil that we've had. And like Ozil said, kind of a continuation of our little Mega Minds group, which we'd love to have Saeed on and join us. But just a collaboration of coming together to see how can we work together? How can we put out content and help each other? Take this time. Like I said, this is the best time to be doing that. Like I said, you should be putting out content. It's tough doing it by yourself. Sometimes somebody else has something that you're missing. They have something that you have, and it's a great way to come together and try and build something and see where it goes. So partnerships, and I'm really down for partnerships and collaborations, working together and putting out awesome content for sure.
Before we go on to the bonus, the bonus tip here, We'll love to hear from you guys. What do you guys think so far of the lists we put together? And let us know what resonates with you the most. Is there something that you want to add on to the conversation? And also, of course, leave a comment of your business. And we have a lot of business owners, a lot of creatives out there. So let us know what you've been working on and leave a link in the notes in the show. No, I keep on saying show notes like it's a podcast. So please let us know. That way we can go and support you. Misty
just built a subscription membership and content library. Awesome. I'd love to know.
Congratulations, Misty.
On what specific industry or
I know
membership. I know you know, man. I don't want to hear from you. I want to hear from Misty. I want to hear from Misty. Tell us, Misty, what subscription membership and content are you cranking out on?
Yeah,
for sure. Anybody else, please let us know what you're doing in your business and as a creative professional to get your content out there. Let me see. Let me throw up another one here, Eric. I believe that to be a very important piece of being an entrepreneur, no one can do it alone. You need people to partner and collab with to help you succeed. 100% agree with you there, Eric, for sure. It definitely, and it feeds into each other. Like I said, you get ideas off of each other. Like I said, me and Oziel have talked about this before. We kind of work in a vacuum. And as creative professionals, a lot of us do work in vacuums. I've always found it better when I've worked at jobs or in projects where there's other people that I can feed ideas off of. It helps me tremendously. I don't know about how it does it do you, Oziel.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, the main reasons why I started communities, and Eric, you know this because you're part of the community, is Pod Houston and Don. We met at a community that, Oscar and I were building, the Houston Digital Media Society. Wow, that was a mouthful. But, listen, I've been down with the collabos for a long time. I mean, I start communities because I believe in the power of partnerships. I believe in the power of community. I believe that it's better to do it not alone, but together. And whatever I can do to bring people of like mind into a room where we can connect and collaborate with each other, the better, man. The better for the industry. Yeah. Right. And I want to make sure that I become that catalyst for people to build, man. Yeah. And that's the reason why I started Pod Houston, Don. Yeah. So I'm that's the reason why I wanted to add that on the list, man, because I'm so passionate about that. Yeah. People who know me know why.
It's funny that you said that because, like I said, told you before, Mark Zuckerberg had recently did an event where he was talking about he's doubling down on groups. And pages are really starting to fall back to the wayside because he wants to start building communities. He wants people in a community. So that's why Facebook is really starting to really lean heavy on groups. So if you have an idea to build whether it's a paid private group or a membership group or an open group, that's definitely going to go a long way because it brings in more people for sure. We want to give this bonus tip that we've gotten. Number 6, adapting your service.
Not number 5, but number 6.
Number 6. This is a bonus, people. We said we were doing 5, but we're going to throw out a little bonus.
Breaking the rules here, man. Breaking the rules here.
I definitely want to leave a little time to throw some comments in there and kind of engage with you guys, but we want to give you this little bonus. Adapting your services. What does that mean to you, Oziel?
Don, what it means to me is right now is a time for us to assess our business, the services, the products that we deliver, and figure out a way to adapt to the new normal of this marketplace. So what does that look like? Online orders, right? New types of training. A lot of people have been doubling down on live streaming. I believe that live streaming will continue to be something to deal with be a part of the future. It's crazy because I was thinking about the people that that I've been seeing a lot of live streams lately, and some really good creative live streaming.
Yeah.
And I think now is a great. I mean, you and I have been sitting on the fence for live stream for a minute. I mean, I know you had something like this a couple of years ago, but live streaming, right? So as content creators, we're bringing in value and content via live streaming, and it's at the comfort of our own homes. So I think we're going to continue seeing that. So that's what I mean by adaptability. Adapt and figure out, what can I create? If it's not a product or service, you got a voice, you got a message, you're creating a platform, and hopefully you got a purpose behind it. So now is the time to adapt, use live streaming, start a podcast, right? Start something, a YouTube channel. So that's what I mean by adapting, is figure out opportunities that are out there right now. Because guys, I'm telling you, live stream and content creation, here's my prediction, Don, it's going to be 10x after this thing is over. So right now is a good time to kind of dig in and create a piece of content platform, because after this, people are going to people are falling in love with live streaming, right? People are loving content. So it's going to continue to grow. And I think as business owners, finding online orders and things to do where you can adapt to make it easier for people to get your products and services is going to really benefit you. So think about how you can position yourself right now into the new normal.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, my man?
I agree. I think, like I said, it's such a broad service, broad topic, adapting your services, and it comes out in a lot of different ways. There are a lot of businesses, and like I said, I think during this time, you'll see a lot of businesses come up with new, innovative ways of getting their services products. Like you said, you see a lot. You've been seeing a lot of live stream companies that were specifically in-house, say, dining, are now delivering more.
Right.
So there's a lot of different ways that fits into adapting your service that businesses hadn't thought about or hadn't really doubled down on before. But now that they're having to do that, they're really coming up with new ways of adapting the way their services, their products are delivered. Like I said, alcohol, liquor stores are now delivering. So, like I said, things like that are I'm not necessarily sure. Now, afterwards, it's going to be a big thing, and it's going to be part of the culture now at moving forward. But now is, and I've enjoyed watching how different businesses have kind of changed up their services and kind of gotten creative about getting their products and their services out there, and finding areas where they just didn't think of before. Like I said, it's a lot of Ubering, delivering that companies are doing now. So that's a big thing, adapting your service, but you got to be in that position to do that. You got to think outside of your norm, think outside of the box to adapt whatever it is that you're doing. And I'm not specifically talking about creative, because as a creative, we're going to definitely always think outside of what we're doing, and step outside of the box of what you're doing. If you haven't tried live streaming is great because it directly puts you in front of a captive audience, especially now. And we're consuming content that way. So video and live services, podcasting, YouTubing, those are big things now, because that's all people really have time to kind of invest in for the most part. And
here's the thing, Don. Yeah, and here's the thing, dude, is it's going to continue. Like it's going to be a minute. So even when they open up the doors to business, right, normality again, so to speak, people are going to stay home. People are still kind of now accustomed to, going and purchasing online and ordering stuff online, and so it's going to be a while, probably the whole year, until we really get comfortable with it. But yeah, I mean, the virtual world, the online world, e-commerce business is blowing up. There's a lot of new trends that the things that were people were doing well, that were proven, now are going to be 10x because it's all virtual now, man. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities out there for sure.
Oh, Definitely. I know Amazon's growing right about now. Everybody's ordering from Amazon.
Woo!
Every day I see Amazon.
You
or
should be killing it right now with their e-commerce business.
And everybody's
Right,
ordering and getting stuff delivered now. So they're doing well.
And it's going to continue.
Well.
I mean, it was already like that.
Yeah.
It's going to continue to be like that, man, for a minute.
Yeah. But now, like you said, it's people, like you said, people are really used to it and comfortable with it now. And comfortable with consuming content via live chats, via webinars, via video, via podcast. People are really going to get used to that even more. So I agree. It's going to definitely exponentially grow from here.
Although I'm going to miss my margaritas to go, man. I mean, that's the thing that I'm going to miss, because I mean, I don't know about y'all watching, but I remember like when it first went down, like we were like, oh, Papacitos, and not really Papacitos, but I forgot where I went. It was another Mexican restaurant, but they were like, yeah, you can get your little half gallon to go, and I'm like, what? So I definitely enjoyed my margaritas to go, man. Margaritas on the run. So hopefully that can continue, because I think that's a good business too, man. So
yeah, and that's what I mean. People are the businesses that hadn't done it before
are going to start thinking a certain
wow, this is a good revenue stream here, and start adding that.
So good opportunity.
Adding that. Now, whether they change the law for that afterwards, we go back to normal, that's going to be a different thing. But if they don't, and still allow companies to deliver, or you can take your alcohol to go, then businesses are really going to see, they're going to check the revenue that they've generated, and they're going to say, wow, this is a nice little revenue stream. How can I expand on this?
Yep. Well said, my man. So guys, we covered 5 plus a bonus in this 5 things creative entrepreneurs need to be doing right now. Hope you guys enjoyed it and got some ideas, some insights, maybe helped you kind of reposition the way you're thinking about your business, about your platform, your brand. And again, we encourage you to drop your comments, continue dropping your comments. We have about maybe 10 more minutes or so.
Yeah.
We're going to open up to Q&A. Don, is there anything else you want to add or say as we transition into the Q&A portion?
No, just I don't know if you want to quickly go back over all 6 just topics for the people that are going through. Let me just quickly run through them.
Yeah, I got them right here, man. I got them right here. So let's go. Follow me. All right, guys.
Number one.
Take it.
Number 1, content creation. Go ahead, man.
Number 2. Number 2 is improve your skill set.
Prove it, baby. Improve it. Number 3, improve your business infrastructure. Get to work at it if you haven't.
Yes. Number 4, personal client content. Cultivate the relationships you have right now in your circle. Very, very important, guys.
Yes. Equally important, partnerships and collaborations, man. Reach out to the people in your circle and see how y'all can work together.
Drum roll. The bonus. Adapting your services to the new marketplace, and get creative with it. I think that's where creative is going to come into play, is adapting your services. Creativity, baby.
Yes. Let's jump into the comments, man, and throw a few comments.
Let's do it, man. Guys, drop comments, by the way. This is your time. We want to hear from you. So if you've been watching this, I know there's some people here that I saw that were showing some love. There he is.
Eric TMPlife.com is my site. It's a creative site where I have short films, podcasts, and books. Besides the current podcasting, which I'm working on, a narrative one, I'm selling my journals for kids and adults. And that sounds pretty cool, Eric. I'd love to check it out. I'm going to jump on and check out your site afterwards, man, for sure.
Yeah, Eric is a creative, man. Shout out to Eric.
Cool deal.
Miss you, man.
Helen Everything is online in Estonia. It's been hard to adjust to Houston way for years. Feels like we catching up to my country years ago.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's very, very interesting. Yeah. So Helen is from Estonia. Shout out to Helen, Vid Houston. And that's really, really interesting, Estonia. I know that a lot of people use like WhatsApp in other countries. I know in Latin America, and they use it, man, like social media, bro. I don't know if you knew that, Don.
I didn't know it was used because I have it on my phone, and I've used it a couple of times connecting with people over in China. Because they use it, but I didn't know it was as big, like a social platform type of thing.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Let me peruse here. Again, if you have any questions, please throw them in the comments. We definitely want
questions, comments.
Helen, again, well said. We as businesses don't do business with business. We do business with people. Yes. A lot of people don't get that, Helen, because they're saying, well, I need to I want to do business with Facebook. You're not doing business with Facebook. You're doing business with somebody inside of Facebook. You're doing business with a human resource person. You're doing business with a personal person that you have a connection with. And that's the only way that you'll get business. My mentor taught me that. My coach taught me that and hammered that home pretty good. Shout out to you, Mr. Sprinkles, Jonathan Sprinkles. That was a good one. We don't do business with business. We do business with people. People. Let's see.
I love that, Helen. Let's see. Brian. Let's see. I admitted I'm a week ahead of my podcast because of all of this. Several guests coming on. That's why I want to stick with my two biggest goals. Oh, yeah, being authentic and consistency. Yeah, man, I think it reverts back to my whole point. And I said my two. And by the way, if you guys have any, what's your combo? I mentioned that during the improving your skill set. So that's where you're going to be focusing on, Brian. And I love that. And again, I mentioned leadership and communications was going to be mine. Don, what is your combo, man? What would you say are your strength? What's your 1-2 combination, man, that you feel like this is what I'm good at?
Definitely graphics and animation, motion graphics. And that's what
graphics.
Yeah, that's what I've been really kind of doubling down on, learning and getting better and perfecting myself in that area. Like you said, you definitely want to read business books and read self-development books to level up your mind. But as far as skill set and that area, I really want to spend the time trying to get better at my craft. And work on that.
And that's what you said right there, man. Get better at my craft. And again, I think a lot of people, and I fell victim to this, and I'll keep this short. I fell victim to the fact of trying to know everything. And what I realized, and I talk about this actually in a video that I created, that I became liberated once I discovered that I don't need to know everything, and I embrace the fact that I know nothing. Because once you get into that mindset, it opens you up and you develop a keen sense of self-awareness where you really dig in and be like, yo, what am I good at? And then if you don't know, if you're struggling, like what is my 1-2 combination, ask somebody who knows you or somebody that you work with, or ask a client to let you know, what is my superpower? What are the things that you're good at naturally? And then I would say, double down on that. Don't try to know everything because, as you know, we can't master everything. To me, mastery is a mastery of self first. And that self is self-awareness. And then we build from there. So anyways, man, that's my motivational rant right there. You're welcome. Sorry, but I'm so passionate about that. So Brian, thank you for sharing that, my man.
For sure. Thanks, Brian, for sure. Definitely somebody said that if you think you're one of those people that knows everything and you don't want to be the smartest person, you definitely won't want to be the smartest person in your tribe. Because if you think you are, then you're definitely wrong. and you're definitely not going to learn anything. You want people that are smarter than you, better than you, know things that you don't necessarily know, because that's how you're going to grow. You're definitely not going to be in the position of being able to do everything, which is why partnerships and collaborations are such a big thing, building these type of relationships, because you can't do everything by yourself, and you definitely don't want to do everything by yourself for sure. You're not going to grow. So yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
What is that? What is that comment? Surround yourself with people. What is that quote, Don?
Which one?
What is it? The 5 best people. Help me out here.
Oh, you're what? You're the
average.
You're the average of the 5 people you hang around with. So
okay. So my business mentor hit me with this one. He did a twist on that. So he says, "You're the 5. What is it? You're the average of the 5 business.
You're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with." So,
and that person is you. Like, so when he said that to me, I was like, "Oh man!" So it's something that kind of put perspective on the fact that we are constantly looking. We should always look to evolve and better ourselves. So he hit me with that little twist. I thought it was cool.
Well, we're coming up on the last few minutes of the show.
We did good, Don. We did good, man.
Good. We're constantly trying to learn and level up. As you can see, we're getting better. The graphics are getting better. The little show is improving.
We got somewhat of a format going on, man.
We took the StreamYard little duck off and got him on.
That's right. Don was like, I'm going to take care of this, man. We're going to go pro. And he literally got the pro, which, I mean, I'm loving StreamYard, man. StreamYard, guys.
I am too. Yeah,
I know Zoom is okay.
Yeah.
But StreamYard is the biz.
Well, I think Zoom has its place. You know, definitely StreamYard has an affinity for live streaming. I like Zoom. Zoom is, you know, definitely a great software to use, program to use, and it has its place. But as far as live streaming apps that I've used, this is because, like I said, when I was doing my coffee and conversation, you know, I was using BeLive, and BeLive is a nice platform for anybody out there that's used it. Let me know if you used it and what you thought about it. I thought it was a good live app. Not that I did a lot of live at the time, other than just doing straight Facebook Live, but this is definitely a platform that gives you a lot of creativity and a lot of functionality to play around with. And I'm definitely going to be using it for some other live streams I'm planning.
Dope, man. So I guess we're going to close it out. Before you close it out, Don, hold on one second. I just want to personally thank everybody for joining us today. Felt good. I thought the first time we were kind of shaky. We really didn't know what to expect. It was kind of freestyling it, and you know, we definitely leveled up. We got the background, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. And we're gonna continue doing this for the time being, and we're gonna be doing this every Thursday at 7:00 here on Facebook. We encourage you to like Talking Creative, and we'll make sure we post it up in the notes and also in the event page. Talking Creative. Join us, and that will be the hub for the show. So next Thursday, 7:00, Don and I will be back with another segment of Talking Creative. We're super pumped up. We'll announce the topic probably maybe Monday. We'll discuss it. We already have the topics ready to go, so we'll announce it on Monday.
Yeah.
Right, Don? And then, but please catch this on replay, obviously, for the people. Leave your comments, ask your questions, and also what we want to know is if there's any topic that you want us to cover, any topic at all, a challenge or just kind of topic that's kind of in your brain that you want us to discuss, drop it in the comments. And then that way Don and I could use that as content and we can discuss it on one of the shows. So please do that. And we encourage you to participate and share, but also contribute to Talking Creative. This is our show together. So let's make it happen, guys.
We appreciate everybody that's shown up tonight. We appreciate all the live people that showed up. We appreciate the people that are going to catch it on the replay. We definitely hope that you got some value out of this. let us know, like Ozil said, if there's a topic that you want to talk about or that you had in your brain, please go on over to Talkin Creative page, throw it in the comments, let us know. We will definitely put that on the list of something to talk about. But we want to have you in the community for sure. And we are at 8 o'clock. So again, we appreciate you. My name is, let me get back to the graphics. My name.
Get back to the graphic. Also, you know what, Don? How about this? Plug something that you got going on, man. If there's anything that you got going on this week, is there anything that you want to share with us?
Actually, I've been busy working on a lot of some client work. But definitely my thing
we'll be back at Talkin Creative.
yeah, my thing is, been working on that too. A lot of Talkin Creative stuff. But definitely my thing is branding, 2D, 3D motion graphics, and animation. If you're starting a YouTube channel, podcasting, whatnot, and need graphics, can definitely help you out with that for sure. Ozil, what have you had going on this week, or what big thing you got going on this week?
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in podcasting, please check out Pod Houston is our podcasting community here. It's based in Houston, but it's, we have podcasters from all over. And also if you are into video content creation, Vid Houston as well. VID Houston is our video content creation community. I'm telling you, I'm really big on community. So I have two groups. And then, of course, check me out at ozilmedia.com if you are interested in starting a podcast. I do one-on-one coaching.
Real quick. Yeah.
Yes. Please email me. There you go. Bam. Look at that. We're looking sharp. Look at Don leveling up.
So
contact me. Yes, hashtag. You can @ThinkOzil everything. Reach out to me, ozilmedia.com. And also, guys, I'm going to be doing a live on my Ozil page. I started a podcast called COVID Operations, which is audio documentation of people from all over the world sharing their personal experience with facing this global pandemic. Next Monday, Don, I'm really pumped up about this. I'm actually doing a Zoom, a live interview with, actually I have 3 interviews on Monday. I'm going to go live on one on the Ozil page, but now on COVID Operations, which is a podcast, you can subscribe to it on your favorite platform. We are going to be interviewing people that are small business owners, bartenders, doctors, from all walks, asking them questions and about how they're facing COVID-19. So I'm really excited about really digging into the interviews and getting into those conversations. So please check it out, guys. COVID Operations on your favorite podcast platform. So please reach out to me. Look forward to connecting.
Awesome. Well, with that said, we are going to close this out. Make sure you join us next Thursday at 7 p.m. where we look to have another great discussion. I appreciate you, Ozil, as always, man. I appreciate all our guests live and in effect. Please show us some love on our page. If you think this has been some great topics and talk, please share it with your community. That's what we want you to do. We want you to share, like, and comment. Those are the 3 big things we want you to do. Share, like, and comment. So with that said, we will see you next week.
Peace.